Here we are, Robin, the Sudoku Guy, with yet another tutorial number 92, and this one I call Always Something to Learn. And also you will find it on this particular tutorial, there's lots of ramifications. See if I miss any. It's so easy to do that. You may wonder why I'm wearing this outfit. Well, it's in the middle of winter here in Australia and it's cold. So let's get started. Here we go. First of all, I'm going to do TMB and LCR, and at the same time I'm going to do the cross meet, where you've only got one number in those three blocks. Okay, so here we go. Start off with these three blocks. 1. There's only one 1, but I can do a cross meet from here. I'm doing these blocks in here, cross here and this one here. Bring this one up there. We can get a 1 there, and we can get a 1 there. Okay, any other ways of getting a 1? Yes, take this block here. We've got a 1 here, 1 down in here, and a 1 across there. Cross that one there, cross this one up in here. We get a 1 in 2 spots, so we can put it in. Okay, 2s. Let's go across here with the 2s. There's a 2 down here, goes up there. You can get 1, 2, 3 spots. Too many, leave it. 3s. Well, let's look at this block here, because I'm working on these 3 blocks. There is a 3 here and a 3 here, so a 3 has to be, can't be in there on this block, so it has to be either here or here. Good. 4s. Well, if I look at this puzzle, this area here doesn't have any 4s, and that 4 is not going to help us at all, so leave it. 5s. Oh, goody, goody, goody. We have 2 5s, a top, a middle, and a bottom. Has to be in here somewhere. Look down. There's a 5 here, so the 5 must go there. Good. 6s. Goody, goody, goody again. We have a middle, we have a bottom, and this becomes the top, so we put a big 6 up in there. 6s, good. 7s, we have 2 7s, top, middle, and a bottom. It could be there or there. Let's look down. Well, there's a 7 down in here, so that means the 7 has to go there. 8s, only one 8. Let's do a cross if we can. Take this one across here, in this block, and take, is there another 8? Yes, there's another 8 down in here. Take that 8 up there. It means that we have 2 spots for an 8, 1 there and 1 there. Great. What about over here? 8 across here. Is there an 8 down here? Yes, there is an 8 there. Take that 8 up there. That 8 across here. 1, 2, 3 spots. Too many. Leave it. 9s. 9s. We only have one 9, but we have a 9 somewhere else here. There's a 9 down here. So if I take that 9 into this block here we're working on, take this 9 up here, and take that 9 across there, we finish up with a little 9 there and a little 9 there. And that's really neat, because we now have the makings of a top, middle, and bottom. We know that these are locked. You can't have any 9s in there because of that 9. They are locked. One of those is going to be a 9. That means that you have a top, we have a middle, and a bottom over here. Great. Now that's interesting. We are left with, and this is something I'm going to be doing on this tutorial. If I see 2 empty cells in a block or a row or a column, fill them in if you can, if you see them. But I've just noticed that here and here we have 2 empty cells, which equals a matching pair. 8 is going to be part of it. And what's the other number? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 8. Before writing 4, 8, 4, 8 in, let's look around. There's a 4 up there, so that cannot be a 4, so that becomes an 8, which means that we can get rid of that 8, and this therefore becomes our 4. Now let's look at the ramifications of that. If this is the bottom and that's a top, the 4 has to be in here, because we've only got 2 cells left in that block, And there's another number that needs to go there. Now, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 2. So 2, if this is a 2, 4 matching pair, the 2 cannot be along here. It has to be up there, middle, top, bottom. So we can put a 2 here, and we can put a 2 there. Very good. It's pushing right along. That we did pretty well on that one. Now let me see. Anything else we can do? I think I'll just leave that for the time being. Let's go down to these 3 blocks now. Ones. Well, there's only 1 1, but let's try and see if we can do something with the ones. Let me see. If I go across here and come down here with this 1, that was the pun. There's a 1 that can go there, and there's a 1 that goes there. Okay, that's good. And let's take, there's this 1, and we'll go this way. This block doesn't have a 1. Go across here. We could have a, oh, there's a 1 down in here. So a 1 could be there and there. You know what? I have just discovered a real neat trick. It's called locked little numbers, or an advanced ramification or rule of exclusion. This can be a 1, and I'll tell you why. There's 2 reasons for that. First of all, here's a 1. One of these is going to be a 1 because they can't be over here. If they are locked. Therefore, there's 1 here, 1 here. That has to become a big 1. Now, what does that do? That makes this a 9. But there's another reason why we can get rid of this 1. Watch. These are locked 1s. If they are locked, it means that any other ones in this column can be removed. And that means that that one can be removed. And we finish up with a 9. And the 9 has to go, finish and become a big 9. And that means that we have a small, and this little 9 goes. And this becomes a big 3. Okay? And that, because there were 2 3s there, that can't be a 3 anymore. And now we only have 1. Gee, this is neat. It's going boom, 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 boom. This one here is the only one left in that whole block. So we can make that an 8. That's the only one left, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we got them all. 8. Now, because of this 1, that 1 is no longer. Because the 1 was there and there, it means that this has to be the 1. So I can do that and make this a 1, because that's the advantage of the only putting a little number in 2 cells. So that becomes the 1, and therefore this becomes a 2. Now, when I got this, I'm going to go through these one by one. I can see this is going to be a 2. There's the only number left along there. So we'll put that 2 in, and let's look at all the ramifications, see if I remember them all. Now, the first one we got was a 9. Right, center, left. We can have 2 9s down in here. The next one, we had the 1, 1, 1. That's all there. The 2, well, I can just see a 2 coming down in here, but I'll get that later. We had a new 3. Well, look at this. In this column, we have a 3 here because that's the only one left, which makes it top, middle, bottom. Now we've got all that. Fantastic. Okay, 3. We did the 3. What about the 8? The 8s are all there. Okay, what about the 9? 9, 9, yes, they're all there. And the 4, there, that's going to be a 4 for sure. We've done pretty well on those 3 blocks. Now let's go to these, continue on with these. All that is, most of that was ramification. Okay, now let's go continuing on here. We've done the 1s, 2s. There's a 2 up here. There's a 2 down there. The 2 has to be in the middle here. It can't be there because of this 2. So this has to be a 2, and this has to be a 2. Possible. Okay, 3s. If I go across, let me see, I can't have any 3s in here. We've got a 3 already here. Oh, we've got 2 3s, isn't that neat? We've got a bottom, we have a middle. Here we have to have 1 on the top, we can't have it because of, see that's 3, can't have it there, so we could have a possible 3 there and a possible 3 there. Well, that was neat. 4s, let me see now, 4s, can't do much with the 4s. Let's go to, yeah, can't do much with the 4s because we have 4, 4, 4, 4 all over the place. 5s, well, there's only one 5, but let's do a cross meet. Here is a 5. This block here doesn't have a 5, but there's a 5 up here, so you can't have a 5 there or there. The only place you could have a 5, therefore, would be there and there. Now, that's interesting because we don't have a matching pair. And we know it's a matching pair because we have a 1, 5 here. Can't have any of those 1 and 5s in there because they're spoken for. So that's neat. Now, when you've got a 1, 5 there, you've got a left, you've got a right, you've got to have a 5 down in here. Well, look at down here. We can have a 5, 5, 5, 5. This one of these is going to be a 5, 5 to the right, something in the middle here. This has to be a 5. Good ramifications there. Let's take this 5 and go this way this time. In this block, because we're doing these blocks now, there's a 5 down in here, so it can't be in here. So it has to be over here. And if it's over there, because there's a 5 on the right, the 5 in the center, it has to be a 5 here. Because of that 5, we can put it in here, and we can put it there. Now, I want to point out something here. This is a fantastic example of what you'll find in lesson number 20. We have what we call the diagonal cross using these 3 blocks. Have a look at this carefully. We have a 5 here and a 5 here, a 5 there and a 5 there. That means we should have a 5 in this section here, and sure enough, there it is. What about the 1s? We have a 1 here and a 1 there, and a 1 here and a 1 there. That means that is also a diagonal cross with 1s. And guess what? We've got a 1 there. So that follows the rules beautifully. Okay. Now, where was I? 6s. We're up to 6. Take this 6 here, come across this way, and take that 6 and come down in here. That means we can have a 6 here and a 6 there. Okay. Ramifications of that. I just noticed something. That 6 and this 6 means that this is a 6. Okay? Okay, we'll come back to more of that later. 6, 7s. Have a look at this 7 here. If I go across here and take this and come down in here, the 7s have to be in here. It could be there or there. Aha! I've just noticed something. See this here? 5, 6, 7. That is fantastic. That is a 3x3 or a triplet. And they are most valuable in Sudoku because usually, but not always, if you solve one of them, you've solved the rest of them. That's neat. Now in this block, it's interesting when I look at that, what's left? 1, 2, 3, 4 is missing. 4 can't be in there. Okay, 4's not in there. Well, it could be. We'll see. Let's push on. I'm not sure about that yet. Okay. Now, when I put a 6 in here, gee, I just noticed something. Isn't this amazing? I missed another ramification. Let's do that other ramification while I have it. When I put that 1 in, we have a center, we have a left, and we could have a right down in here. If that's the case, this top one and bottom one makes one of these a 1. Now we know for a fact that it can't be this because of that 1, that was a pun, that can't be a 1 there, so this has to become a 1. So you have a center, a right, and a left. Oh, good, that was a big ramification I missed. You probably were yelling at me, hey, Roman, you missed that. Well, that's okay, it happens to all of us. Okay, where was I now? We were doing 6s and 7s, 7s here, okay, 8s. We were down in here, weren't we? 7, 7. Oh, look at this. 1, 2, 2. Okay. Oh, look, there's supposed to be a 2 there. See that 2? If that's a 2, this goes to be a 2 and 2, and I'll look up. Nothing to help us yet. 3s. Have a look at these 3s. We've got a 3 here. We could have that 3, cross that 3, and cross this 3. Ooh, we could have a 3 here, and you can't have it there or there or there. This has to be a 3. Fantastic. If that has to be a 3, then this 3 goes. And this becomes a big 3. Okay. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Yeah, that fits. Okay, moving right along, we got up to 5s here. 5, 5, they're all there. 4s, there's no 4s across there. 6s. Now we have a 6 here, remember? And that 6 and that 6 means that this has to become a 6. Now, if that becomes a 6, let's look up. There's a 6 on the left, there's a 6 in the center. This has to be a 6. Now comes the exciting part. Because we've got a 6 here, we can solve all this triplet. Watch. If that's a 6, that 6 goes, and this becomes a 5. We had a 6 here, when that becomes a 5. That 5 makes this. You probably work this out. Take that 5 goes, so this becomes a 7. Now because that's a 7, this 7 goes, and this becomes a 6, big 6. Now let's check things out here. 6, 6, 6, correct. Let's look at the 7s. Ooh, if this is interesting. Top, middle, bottom. This has to be a 7, and because we put the 2 2s in there, this becomes a 7. And because of 2 2s, this becomes a 2. Wow, isn't that interesting? Now we'll have to look at some other. I can see all kinds of things happening now. Okay, now let's go back now to these here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 is missing, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This has to be a matching 1, 4 right there. Isn't that neat? Okay, now that block is finished. Was doing 6s here. What about the 7s? 7, 7. This is a 7. Let's look up. Yeah, they're all there. 8s. We have a top, a bottom. This one has to become an 8. Yes, or this one. Oh, there's an 8 up in here, so this becomes an 8. Okay, that's 8, 8, 8. That's good. 9. There are no 9s along here, so we now do the vertical blocks. Let's look at the 1s. One of these is going to be a 1. 1, good. 2, 2, 2, 2, done. 3, 3, 3, 3, done. 4, 4, 4. One of these is going to be a 4. We have a 4, 9 matching pair. Fantastic. Okay, now that's handy. That's pretty well got that one. That's been 4, 5. 5 are all there, I think. 6s. 6, 6, 6. 7s. 7, 7, 7. 8, 8, 8, 8. And 9, 9, 9. One of these is a 9. We now do these blocks. 1s. We got 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 2. 3s. 3, 3, 3. 4. Now 4 could be here. Or here. Oh, it could be down in here too. Or too many, leave them for the time being. Okay. 4, 4, 4. Oh, but here's something. Have a look at this. If I did 4, 4, there's no room for it to go there. So it can't go there. Okay. Lesson 5. It has to go there. So this becomes a big 4. 4, 4, and we have 2 4s in here. Now, because there's only 2 left in that block, we can work out what the other numbers are. It's 1, 2, 9. It's a 9. 4, 9, 4, 9. Let's go back to this 4. What does it do? Watch this. That 4 means that 4 goes and this becomes a 1. Okay? if that one, because of that one goes, and this becomes a big 4. Okay, now let's look at the ramifications of all that. If this is a 1, that's a 1, this has to be a 1, or that has to be a 1. I'm not sure about that one. There's a 1 there. So therefore look at that. Therefore, we forgot to do this before, this becomes a 1. There's another way we could have got that to be a 1, and I'll show you in a minute. I just noticed. See, there's 5. When I put that 5 in, I didn't go across. You probably noticed that. Bottom, middle, top. So that becomes a 5. Okay. Okay, we're making good progress here now. It becomes a 5. Now, I was doing the 4s there. With 4, one of these 4 5s. 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8. Oh, 8 must go there. Okay. That's good. Now, this is interesting because we've got 1 left along here and 1 left along here, so this should help us. Here's something. Let's look at this row here. What's missing? 1, 2, 2. 2 is missing. So let's put the 2 in and see what the ramifications are. Okay, that 2 means that this 2 up at the top goes and it becomes a 4. Okay, if that becomes a 4, because it was a matching pair, that's one of the things about a matching pair. You get one, you get the other one. This will become a 2 and that completes that block. We've got all those blocks on the top row done now. 2, 2, this becomes a 2. Okay, so that becomes a 2, and that's no longer a 2 because this one's going to be a 2. Okay. Now let's look, we got the 4 in there, right, left, center. This has to be a 4. Oh, making good progress. Now what's the effect of that? That 4 means that this becomes a 9. Fair enough? That becomes a 9. This is the time where you start to get excited and rush and make mistakes. And this becomes a 4. Okay. Now, let's back up a bit, see now. A 9 has to be down on the bottom there. What's missing in here? We're missing what are we missing? We're missing an 8 and a 9. Yeah, we're missing an 8 and a 9, but there's an 8 here, so that has to be a 9. And that therefore becomes an 8. If that's let's check in there, check ourselves, middle, top, bottom, 9, 9. Oh, there's only 1 left in this block, so that has to be a 9. Okay, now, we're really making progress. Getting back to the 4 here, I saw it, and then I saw something else. That happens to, you know, so much depends on what you know, and what you spot, and when. Okay, now, this has to be 4, this becomes a 9. Okay, and this becomes a 4. This is when we find out if you messed it up somewhere. Okay, now we're very close to the end, I think. This is when we find out where we've got everything correct. Okay, what have we got in here? Let's look at some of these new numbers that I just put in. We put in a new 9, 9, center, left. This has to be a 9 down in here. And the last one, I think the last one, have a look at that. It's can you see what's missing? You can do it 2 ways. You can count up in here to find out what's missing, or you can look at all the numbers up in here. I noticed 3s are missing. Right, center, left. That's the only one missing. Now, is there anything else that we need to check on? You know what? We have actually solved it. I hope you learned something from this. Which is what I call an intermediate puzzle. It's not really difficult, but it's not really easy. So, without further ado, bye for now.